Friends, in the absence of the bloke with the big voice, I should probably stand up and say something. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
For those of you that don't know me, my name is Edward, and I'm both the groom's brother and best man. I feel I'm at a slight disadvantage this afternoon, having only ever been to one wedding before, during which I would have needed my nappy changing. Today, I promise you, is not that different. As I'm sure you can understand, I am a little nervous, so I would appreciate some support and encouragement as I muddle my way through the next few minutes. Please refrain from jeering. We shall have an opportunity for that later. The first dance is scheduled for 7:30. Please. So, I guess I shall kick off with some much-deserved thanks. Firstly, I'd like to thank the groom on behalf of the bridesmaids, although I'm not sure he said anything about the bridesmaids, for his kind words.
Should have written my speech properly. I probably should have written something.
Secondly, I'd like to thank my dad and Omi's dad for their kind words about the bride, and reiterate how beautiful Omi looks today. She truly does look stunning. As many of you are probably aware, tradition used to dictate that should the groom not have turned up today, then it would have fallen to me to marry the bride. So, as I'm sure you can understand, I am a little annoyed I got him. Thirdly, I'd like to thank the bride and groom on behalf of myself and the bridesmaids, because it's a pleasure being involved in your special day. And finally, on behalf of all the guests, I'd like to personally extend our thanks to the bride and groom for their invitations, and the hosts for their generosity. You truly have delivered an excellent occasion at a superb location. So to all those mentioned, thank you. So, formalities over. What can I tell you about mine and the groom's relationship? Well, for one, I've known him a long time. In fact, my whole life. As I'm sure many of you are aware, knowing someone so long puts certain pressures on a relationship. And as a result, my brother and I spent much of our adolescence not speaking. To be honest with you, I think we both preferred it that way. But credit where credit is due. There are two things I would like to thank Matthew for today. One, obviously, his unfaltering brotherly love. And two, gaining me a new sister. Though I can truly say at times, it was like having one already. So Matthew, thank you. And I only hope one day I'm able to return the favour. For those of you that are meeting Matthew for the first time today, firstly I apologise. Secondly, just for you, here is a very brief introduction. Full name, Matthew David Smart. Born, 18th of March 1980. Parents, Carol and David Smart. Siblings, Edward Smart. Interests, as can be seen, tattoos, piercings and beards. Educated? Not really. Lives just up the road. Works when he feels like it. Which leads me directly on to the information that you probably all really care about. Previous girlfriends. Don't worry. Now, it might come as a surprise when I say that my brother has always been fairly lucky with the ladies. Well, when I say lucky, I mean he brought home more than me. Because if you'd ever met any, you wouldn't have considered him lucky. Owing to the standard that he set himself, to be honest, we didn't hold out much hope for Omi. So imagine our astonishment when finally introduced. It quickly became clear she was of a much better sort. Obviously, as we grew to know and love her, our thoughts did turn to what she must have done wrong in the previous life to end up with that pillow. So what can I tell you about that happy couple? Now, not many people know this, but Matthew and Omi's eyes first met across the counter of a cake shop. For those of you who knew Matt then, You'll know it must have taken him a fair few visits and 1 or 2 cakes before plucking up the courage to ask her out. But truth be known, as a single man, he is an inspiration to me, because let's face it,